Michelle jets off to Spain solo, then Trump drops unexpected surprise on her. Michelle Obama, 54, once again going on another vacation is not surprising in the least. She loves to jet set. This time she's back in Mallorca, Spain for a summer vacation. It's the timeline of events that led to her jetting off to Spain solo and then coming back that have piqued my interest here. Michelle was seen on Wednesday morning hiking in the mountains of Spain. She wore a sleeveless sweater with a hoodie and a hat to cover her face at times, and she wore a huge pair of sunglasses to shield her face as well. She also had a large security team with her. But what was missing was Barack as usual. I didn't see any kids this time either, so it was just Michelle and several of her closest aides and security personnel. Some are saying that Michelle is carrying the ball for the Obamas and doing most of their public appearances, since Barack Obama is now becoming a target for President Trump's wrath as more and more comes out over the alleged spying that went on during the 2016 campaign. Perhaps the Obamas were surprised and taken aback as a ton of legalistic questions started coming their way. Barack unsurprisingly wouldn't want to answer those questions by President Trump, and it looks like Michelle is operating as their defense at the moment over it. Whatever is going on, the power couple looks distressed to me. The day that Michelle headed for Spain, on August 29, she woke up to this tweet from the president: "The Obama people did something that's never been done. They spied on a rival presidential campaign. Would it be okay if Trump did it next? I am losing faith that our system is on the level. I'm beginning to think it is rotten and corrupt. Scary stuff Obama did." At Tucker Carlson DOJ. That certainly could not have made the Obamas happy, and I bet it made Michelle furious. For months, President Trump has been sparring with the DOJ and FBI over what exactly happened concerning the Russian dossier and Hillary Clinton's email server. Now it seems as if he's turning his focus towards Barack Obama, and tweets pointing the finger at the former president are now shooting his way from Trump. The logical ending point behind the investigation into Representative Devin Nunes and Representative Jim Jordan's work on exposing the entire FBI and DOJ cabal is with Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. That's where it has always been headed and will eventually wind up. Someone had to give the orders here, and it was allegedly someone at the top that did it. On the same day that Michelle left, Lanny Davis started popping up in the news. After the Michael Cohen guilty plea, his attorney Lanny Davis began pitching a claim that the longtime Trump loyalist, lawyer, Cohen, had information Trump knew of the Russian hacking of Democratic emails ahead of time, reported the conservative Treehouse. That outlet went on to say, however, in an interview with The Washington Post this weekend, Mr. Davis not only walked back that claim, he entirely retreated from it. This follows on the heels of Mr. Davis also walking back his prior claim that candidate Trump knew of the Trump Tower meeting. So the Lanny Davis angle seems to be falling apart, and it looks like it certainly wasn't anticipated by the Obamas. During a CNN interview, Lanny Davis also told Anderson Cooper that candidate Donald Trump had no knowledge of the Trump Tower meeting between Don Jr. and Natalia Veselnitskaya. He also stated that all of the claims within the Clinton Steele dossier about Michael Cohen were false. 13 references to Mr. Cohen are false in the dossier, and he has never been to Prague in his life, Davis told Bloomberg News. I find all of this somewhat confusing. It looks to me as though Davis has a nasty habit of saying things initially he knows aren't true and then constantly walks them back. No wonder the Obamas want to keep a low profile with all this drama going on. I thought it was curious that I heard that Barack Obama would be at McCain's funeral, but I didn't hear about Michelle. It's now being reported that Michelle will be at the funeral for Barack to give one of the eulogies. She got back here and fast for it, foregoing the last leg of her trip to do so. Mrs. Obama will be attending Senator McCain's funeral, a spokesperson for the family stated to the media. That statement revises information reported by the Madrid-based paper El País on Tuesday, which said that Michelle had landed on the Spanish island of Mallorca and intended to stay there until Monday. It's reportedly her third trip to Mallorca. She's staying at a private estate near the coast there. But it seems that she'll cut her visit a bit short to attend Saturday's memorial in D.C. In addition to President Obama, President George W. Bush will also speak at McCain's services on Saturday, along with two of McCain's daughters, Meghan and Sydney, one of his sons, Jimmy, Senator Lindsey Graham, former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger, and former Senator Joseph Lieberman, according to the New York Times. Notable figures who have not been invited include Sarah Palin and President Donald Trump, according to People. The Obamas could not afford a public display that did not show unity in supporting McCain because the Democrats have been gushing over his passing all week. They especially